Card Game Federation here with a local match. This one's going to be all of us as a group hopping into a time machine and going back to the Panini Final CRD. I'm sorry to say I haven't played it in a very long time, but I have several builds I'd love to be able to revisit, you know, given the rule sets from way back when. Be some interesting times. I think I'd whip out my Saiyan Drill Coup if I was given the chance. It was still one of my favorite decks I ever made. Andrew's going to go ahead and go first, and it looks like he's going to pull out 3 cards. Power himself up. That is not a go in on hand. Restraint. So I would say 1 block, 1 attack, and a sphere, not so much. Though I would say if I was going to put any card back, yeah. Well, I guess. I was going to say restraint would probably go back in if it was me, just because I want to be able to draw that later for drawing and discarding with the mastery.
I had a moment in Call of Duty, Warzone, where I had my Doom Guy moment.
Okay, so now we're going to see how Dan's going to go ahead and respond here. Let's see, he drew his hand, not as confident. He's got what looks like a maybe not the best shuffled ever. He's going to have 2 of the same physical attack. I'm sorry to say it was such a blasé rare, I don't think I ever bothered to learn. It's a hip toss, maybe? Okay, now it goes back over to Andrew. Andrew doesn't look, fairly confident to go in after all, so let's see what happens. Okay, waiting for Dan to rejoin the game. Alright. Now you guys remember there's a little bit, yeah, there you go. First move is to go ahead and use level 1 Tien power. That's always going to be what I would assume. It looks like he's going to go for anger with this one. Looks like he's straight up just going to try to anger up early on. He's not going for the usual black perceptive OTK. So he's now grabbed Tien's prep, and it's going to go ahead and be Dan's action. Like we said, it's a little trickier being that you got to hit 6 anger against the blue protective. And that's something I'd love to see come back in the landscape.
To draw a card and destroy the top card of your...
Okay, he's going to go ahead and use his level 1 cooler power to go ahead and mill a card from Andrew, and going to go ahead and rejuvenate a card since it was energy combat related. I forgot. And there you go. He's going to go ahead and make, there we go. Make Dan mill 2. He's going to mill 2 off the top of his own deck. He's going to go ahead and raise his anger 2, lower Dan's anger 2, and draw a card. All pretty darn effective for Tien's prep. I always thought it was a neat dynamic to have so much going on in a card. One of those vital to do it all in order. Nice. So Dan timed it correctly so he wouldn't lose out of this anger. He's going to do this one, this large energy attack. I want to say it's 5 life. Raises anger 2, lowers opponent's anger at least 1. Nice. And this is going to go ahead and hit Andrew. Andrew does not have any blocks. And some rather interesting and familiar hits. Excuse me, casualties of that hit. I'll be dag. Look at this guy. He red left bolted a Tien's prep. That's beautiful. There we go. And Dan's going to go and take damage from that one. He ran into some decent endurance, so it wasn't anything crazy. He's going to banish that red left bolt. Nice. He's going to hit him with a small physical attack. Still one of the oddest arts ever chosen for a card. I don't know what to say about a Blue Betrayal. They're going to consult an attack table because realistically this should still do damage. A couple of stages at least, even though it's just AT. It goes back to Andrew. Andrew's of course going to Tien's prep, which is a very wise move. And I believe that's going to go ahead and wipe out all of the anger that Dan had put on himself. He's going to rejuve. He's going to go ahead and draw. He's still not, minus a card here.
I'm not gonna lie, if I don't know who they could get from Team 4.
Wow. Mid-combat confrontation. Dan only had the 1 card. Looks like it was a physical block. We got shuffled back in his deck because of confrontation. So Dan's hand is empty now. And I'm sorry to say he's used his cooler power. Everything's just used up. Okay, and Andrew's going to go ahead and mill his top 2. And Dan should have been milling his top 2 as well. And he comes up with no anger. That's not fun. Wow. He's going to go and whip out a early game tri-beam, mill the top, then 4 life. So some fun stuff is going on here. Dan's going to run into a small amount of endurance on one of his drills, get a wick off some damage.
When I level, or wait, let's see.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can
When
choose.
you advance a personality level,
Yeah, you draw a card, discard a card.
No, it's whenever one of my
Draw
effects
card.
raises your
Oh, I got you.
I raise mine.
Yeah, so you guys remember when he used to, with Red and Rage, used to change levels? You'd go ahead and draw and discard a card. Nice, red sacrifice. And please read the rest, Andrew.
Card gains two when
It boosts up the next damage.
damage from your next attack cannot be prevented.
Yep. So it's going to go ahead and make you something unpreventable and going to go and boost up damage. It's really impressive. He's going to fire off the second shot of his Tien's Tri-Beam.
I don't know.
Hey Mario, if I level from a tri-beam and I discard a red sacrifice,
Yeah.
will that make that tri-beam unpreventable or the next one?
Okay, let's see how this says.
Well, that's terribly interesting. So if he had ditched it as a part of the process for the mastery, he's still performing the attack. He's still doing it. It is possible to boost up an attack during. As far as damage goes, basically until we're at the damage step, you can still add damage to it.
Oh, and that's where I gain the 2 anger.
Okay, so I can't use this again.
No, it'll do 5 life.
Okay.
Alright, so you just
Because it's resolved in order, and the game mechanic of leveling goes off regardless.
Lower your anger. After using a critical damage effect, I can search my discard pile for a non-styled card and
And it's the
rejuvenate
physical
it.
that would hit you for a whole.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna do that, though. You skip. I'll do it again.
Just 2 power stages.
Mill 2.
used to taking
And now he's got him to mill, and he's going to go ahead and take the damage off of it. And because it hit, it's going to go ahead and make Dan skip again. Not that he really could have done a whole bunch there, but still.
Did I lose 2 anger off this?
lower your 2 anger. Prevent 4 stages damage from attack.
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
4 and 4.
Does Andrew have any moves left?
2.
Whenever you use a crit, raise your anger, so I'll have one more anger. Yep.
That hurts.
Wow, that's right. Critical damage effects do generate more anger.
To use it even if you don't do anything with it, right?
4 power stages?
Yeah, like even if you don't have anger to lower, I'll pass, yeah.
That's
Wow, Andrew could not seize on that one to launch up even faster. That is
So
impressive.
I'm also an A.
So that one ends and it goes back over to Dan. We're going to have some fun here. I know Dan will have lots and lots of offensive options from this one, though he'll still only have the 3 cards.
It's something specific, right?
You're getting 6 anger to level, right?
For a style continuous. Okay.
I'm not sure if I did.
You've been getting
Uh-oh.
anger though, so you probably would have made it anyway.
I'll go down 1 though.
Okay, so we're noticing that Andrew might have cheated a little bit on leveling up on 5 anger instead of 6. I would think even a little bit of a mental replay. Yeah, I don't remember him hitting 6 either. Because he would level off of 2 preps and 1 shot of Tri-Beam. Now, one thing, I realize this is a little tricky what Dan's going through over here, but I probably wouldn't want to go in on 3 cards anyway, unless one of them was like Times Warriors tool.
Alright, I will, yeah, I'll power
Oh,
up.
I hit him with
card damage.
Was it like a destroy ally?
It was.
Okay.
Destroy
I'll enter.
This has
Wow, he's going to declare combat on 3 cards. He is a bold, bold man.
It's my turn.
Flat destruction.
Okay, let's see what we got going on here.
I will use his ability. Discarding
Ooh, he's got a Cooler's Rebirth, which is wonderful when discarded for Cooler's level 1 power. It's kind of what it was made for. He gets to draw his card, and Andrew's going to go ahead and mill 1. I'm not sure where we're at life deck count-wise. I'd say it's still pretty even. A Static Shot's going to go ahead and come out, and it's going to go ahead and do all of its damage. I want to say he gets that level 2 buff from way back when. So Andrew probably should have actually activated. Yeah, there we go. Let's say from the critical effect, make sure to use that one.
Technically battle of gods if it's any size.
But wait a second. I crit
Oh,
you.
it is directly from.
Yeah.
Crit you. I'll lower your anger and level.
I thought they
I got to
did
6.
Prince of Bingo as.
Okay, so he got back to 6 anger already. He had the anger from the hit on the Static Shot, and then he got the one from the actually doing critical damage. So that's pretty darn impressive. He hit a natural level 3.
Discard to gain.
He got to draw and discard. He found another red sacrifice. Unbelievable.
Wait, fuck. You discarded the game suit. Oh, that card. Fuck.
Okay, it goes back to being Dan's action. And I want to say he had a blue slash. It's going to go ahead and lower Andrew's anger 1.
All I can say is I want to fight whoever wins.
So this is close.
He just impressive.
I think. So you try.
I'll pass.
Well, you've hurt me more than I hurt you.
yeah.
Wow, he had a doggone fist catch.
But it kind of also
Ooh, he's gonna have a slide going.
It's gonna be a rip.
Damage AT plus 3 life.
Banishing the top 3 of his discard pile. Nice, nice.
And
I
I'm
know you said you didn't
in
have
D as well, so 1 and 3 life. 1 stage 3 life.
It'll do it all in life.
Oh, so 4 life.
Yeah,
And no
I know
non-style
what you
from
mean,
you.
Mario.
Especially
Here, this is one of those. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got going
LTN
on
energy
here.
for 5.
Well,
Yep.
first throw the
Nope.
He's gonna hit Dan with his level 2 energy. That is a significant hit.
First guy to die loses.
yeah, pretty much.
I'll declare combat. No one enters.
And we'll
I do
do
have one
blue
energy.
energy.
Oh, that's right. 3 goes off. So
Blue
skip.
concentrated blast.
Ooh, Concentrated Blast is gonna go off. He's gonna get to raise his anger 2 off. The wonderful effect on that one's gonna start lowering Andrew's anger. And I'm gonna say that, given what's going on, given the brevity of time left in this match, this might be a critical hit.
And
So
I'll
I
bounce.
get 2 attacks back to back, right?
Well, I entered, so I skipped.
I need to
and
see
then
more
I
of
get, so
those.
it's different depending on what order you go in. So I'll declare combat.
Oh,
I
you
don't
skipped your
declare-
turn.
And the combat ends with Dan having done slightly more damage or exactly the same
You
as
take
Andrew.
his action.
I was like, damn,
Because
that is a
usually attacker
clutch
gets
card against
first
you.
action. You're like,
Yep, yep.
no.
Nice. And I don't blame Andrew for wanting to go back on that one. So he's going to go ahead and put the red double strike back at the bottom, rejuvenate at the end of his turn. He's going to go back over to Dan. Dan, again, is going to 3-card this bad boy. It's not his fault in the slightest. It's just interesting to have that kind of limitation. Excuse me, keep coming up just because of a slightly aggressive posture of a deck like this. Okay, he's going to declare combat again. And let's see, where does he
We'll
take it?
use the power. Discard.
Ah, he's going to go and use his level 1.
Top card.
Rebirth's going to go away. It's going to go ahead and have a card stack.
5, 6. Ow. Yeah, all my
I had to shut down
LTN energy for 5.
That's pretty rare.
Wow, he's just trying to outright kill Dan now. He's going to go ahead and hit him with the level 3 power, the one that's the energy. He's not doing the banish. He's not losing PvP capability.
Concentrated blast.
Ooh, 3rd concentrated blast. Lowers Andrew's anger real good. And raises... Ooh. Oh, a sphere off. Those sons of biscuits. So Andrew does get his sphere going. And surprisingly, is probably the reason that this thing didn't go that way sooner.
My bad.
Mule kick.
For me?
Yes, sir.
Physical for negligible damage. What bracket are you in?
Wow. The mule kick is up. And it's going to go ahead and go off.
3 stages.
No attachments in play to use its effect.
PPV, David?
Wow, he's going to lower Andrew's anger again easily. The only reason that Andrew didn't get off a level 3 this turn.
Advanced personality. This card.
Okay, that combat ends. I'd say that they exchanged some pretty significant blows.
And then you skip your reaction. Would that?
Okay, let's see. Does Andrew want to go in on his hand, be able
So I
to
raised my anger, he leveled up, and then my attack went up.
Wow, and that's wow, yeah.
You're level 4.
Okay.
I just made him skip. Like,
So Andrew has a pretty good hand there, but I don't know if it would be enough damage fast enough to not die by Cooler hitting him.
And your androids.
Yeah, or your Android being
Fast
first.
rejuve.
So yeah, no skip on
He's
it.
going to do a mule kick, not a bad choice. Put some endurance back in the deck, specifically at the bottom. It's not a bad choice.
Presence were an attack.
I'll throw my Vegeta physical. Focus, raise my anger 1. It would be 5 power stages because I'm going to use.
For those who might not notice, the playmat on the right-hand side is a 3x3 grid that is straight out of Final Fantasy VIII. It is the card game from Final Fantasy VIII made here in real life. It's pretty great.
Gross.
Wow. Dan's going to go ahead and draw Andrew into combat, and we're going to see what he's got up his sleeve.
With a
You do it in a
supernova.
certain order, so make sure you do it
Raise
in
my
order.
anger 2.
Yeah.
Go level 2.
Wow. He's going to hit him with, oh no, it's 6. No prevention. And that is what's going to skew this thing so hard. So Andrew took a huge critical blast from that one.
No, they both come in at 3, I believe.
Cooler Supernova. Now we're going to see if he's got any ability. He's going to hurl back an energy.
I'll use a magic
And I was going to
card,
say he's...
energy combat to block the physical.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, it's a physical, right?
Energy.
Oh, it's an energy.
You could block it.
Got to stop it for regular hit, man. You could ditch that physical for it.
First one's life deck.
Okay, he's going to stop it with this card, not ditching it, or is there any other silly effects?
Attack,
Oh, okay,
rejuvenate 2,
okay.
5 life cards.
That's even better than.
Red duck.
Ooh, level 2 physical stop by Red Duck. It's back to Andrew's move. Ooh, Red Blast.
That's even better.
It's going to do, I want to say, 5 life since he doesn't get his level 2 damage bonus anymore.
Extra party line? How do you not know the extra party line?
Dan should probably be using up that endurance. It's late enough game that it wouldn't matter just to burn that up.
Just pops him out.
Or 5.
There we go. Much better.
Okay, so that was.
Let's see. And a pretty decently sized attack here. Because I'm not sure how much what Tian's AT actually looks like in this one. Probably no higher than D.
Yeah. 18 plus 4. I'm in E.
Let's see, I raise my anger level side level.
Let's see.
And then I'm going to go ahead
3.
and rejuvenate
7.
examination drill with the mastery
Doesn't
condition.
Ooh, damage calculation, pretty huge. But I think Andrew stalled out regardless. He's going to throw a small mule kick, and that is not enough anger to be able to get out of his situation and anger up again and possibly draw out the game a little bit. Yeah, no, you guys could actually see the life deck count. And yeah, there goes the game. Dan has won by survival with Cooler. It's been a very interesting little fight. I think that the red Tian was just self-destructive for its own good and couldn't keep up with even mild rejuvenation.